Good morning, everybody. I wanted to get a little video update of how big our little quail chicks are getting. They're 1 week old today, and you can see how much they're feathering out. This is their little brooder. That's their crumble, their food. This is their water, which I constantly have to be cleaning wood shavings out of, even though I have it lifted with the plate. They're at the age now where I'm going to put a little brick underneath it. That's what I do to keep them from... I do this with both the quail chicks and the chicken chickies, because they're constantly getting their water dirty. And with the quail, they're too tiny to put a brick underneath it, because then they can't reach it. But now they're old enough to where I can do that, so I'm going to be doing that today. Otherwise, it's a constant cleaning out of the water because the wood shavings absorb it up and then they end up with no water at all. And birds drink a lot. They consume a lot of water. But you can see here now the little brown chick that we have that was out of the one hen we used to have that sadly died a month or so ago. And I didn't know that we ended up with offspring out of her. I suspected one of my two hatchlings out of the incubator was half from her and half from one of my light-colored roosters. And it looks like I was right. So we ended up with one little brown chick out of this batch, and we'll see if we end up with any out of the 20 eggs I have in the incubator. And 4 little light-colored ones. Still crossing my fingers. It'd be nice if these were all hens, because I have 3 roosters and 1 hen out in my little habitats out there for them. And I'm going to have to go buy a bunch of feed for all my animals today, because I'm out of just about everything with the shelter in place. I'm not going out until I absolutely have to, and unfortunately the farm supplies are the one place that do not have the Instacart. I do get what I can online, but all of their feed I have to run down to the farm supply, which fortunately for me is right down the street. And Rainbow Ag has been really great about bringing stuff right out to your vehicle, so they make it easy for you. And I like to shop local where I can too, but you can see how quickly these guys grow. 1 week old and they're all feathered out. Our weather's been really, really warm, so keeping my thermometer in there to watch the temperature, but I took the heat lamp off today and they're running around super active, so they seem to be fine with the temperature. I actually think the temperature's warmer outside than what I had the heat lamp at this point anyway. I've got them at about 80 degrees now. Active little guys. Really hoping, like I said, that these guys are hens. I've been checking them. The roosters will have red chests, and little hens will have little what I call polka dotted chests. They'll have this little, you can see their feathering is all got these dark spots on it, and the hens will have those dark spots on their chests. The brown ones are a little harder for me to tell. These light colored ones are really, really obvious. They'll have red, completely red on their chests, or the dark spots. Extremely obvious. And the brown ones do too, but it's just not as strikingly obvious. And so far, I think they're way too young to tell, but so far, almost all of them have. This one over in the corner I'm not sure of, so probably going to be a rooster. But the rest do seem to have spotting on their chests. And the brown one I'm just not sure at all. I don't have brown of the Coturnix Quail, so I'm not used to sexing them. But I love my little brown baby. I've been holding that one a lot. You can see how much water they drink. They constantly are drinking water. Same with the chickens. And today I'll be doing a video on, they waste a lot of food. Quail are very, very wasteful of their food. So I'm going to be doing a little video of these other feeders that I make where they can't do that. I'll do a little instructional video of how to make those because this just is not working out well at all. I'm going through a lot of feed with all my quail that I have outside and in here with the chicks. And if I'm going to have, out of these 20 eggs, I don't know how many are going to hatch. I'll be going through way more food, and that's just not cost effective at all. But just wanted everybody to see the growth with these guys. And now that the red light's not on them, it's easier to see them, so I thought that would be nice too. That you can hear in the background is actually the wild birds outside. We have a lot of birds here. See if you guys can hear these guys over the wild birds out there. These guys are actually really quiet. The loudest they ever are is when they're hatching out of their eggs. In the incubator, they just scream. Maybe when the new ones hatch, I'll get some of that on video, but they just chirp and chirp and chirp. That's how I know they're hatching. But when they're like this, they're just very quiet.